Morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope your morning has been going really well. I've done a lot of things as usual. I had nice exercise in the morning. I had written my diaries, and also I've read books and been listening to podcasts, and also had a nice breakfast. Of course, I made a nice juice as well for myself and the family. So my morning has already been amazing so far. Now I'm starting my day at work, and before I go to work, I'm just here to say hi to you and to encourage you. Today, it's a very important message I want to share with you today, and it is talking about the morning routine, which I just mentioned. Well, as you know, guys, we all know about mindset. We know about positive mindset. We know what's the right things to do, but why can't we just keep it up? Why can't we just do it really well? This is something that I want to highlight here is, that usually it's easier to do a wrong thing, but it's harder to do the right thing. And that's something we have to be aware in our life, especially when you get used to something. The get used to, these three words are very dangerous. I mean, if we build up get used to a great thing, that become very powerful. But if it's on the other side, is you get used to some comfort zone, you get used to some bad habits, then that's going to be a problem. And today I want to highlight the morning routine that will help you with your habits. And like I said, habits takes time to build up. We have to get started first, and we have to keep going. But when you say it and then compared to how you really can do it, that makes a huge difference. And that's why morning routine is the key. Let me explain to you. All right, so you might have heard the TED Talks from Mel Robbins, that she talks about their 5 seconds rule. Basically, her story was she was completely in a very in a mess, and she lost her job. She didn't want to get up from her bed, and everything was wrong, and she didn't have any motivation to get up anyway. She tried many things. She tried to talk to herself positively. She tried find motivation and things like that, but it didn't work. Anyway, what ended up working was when she started to she saw in a rocket another day. They're counting down when the rocket launched to the sky, that you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's what happened, and that's what actually changed her life. She used that 5 second rules to her life, and when she got up in the morning, she started to ask herself that she has a choice within 5 seconds. When she's counting down 5 seconds, she has a choice to make. Either she will stay where she was, and that was miserable area, or she could have a choice to make a positive decision, take lead, do something different that day. And that 5 seconds actually allowed her to make a quick decision, and to give her a little bit time to think about it, but not too long, to make a quick decision. And that actually helped to change her whole life, and it also helps to change many other readers' life as well when they read her story. What I'm trying to highlight here is not about the story about 5 seconds rules. Yeah, you can read that book. You can use that rules in your life. It can be really helpful. But the important part is that it's actually in the morning when she got up. Morning is a key word I want to highlight today. It's morning routine. And the other story I want to highlight before I share my own one as well is just a general from USA. I don't remember his name, but it was a very famous speech he made in their thousands of people. He made that speech. He's what he was trying to say is, start your day by making up your bed, and that will change your life. That's basically what he was trying to say to everyone. And what he was explaining to everyone was, when when you can set up your bed, make your bed, you actually can start things from small. You can accomplish one small thing, one small task, and it helps you to accomplish more and bigger tasks in your life. And then when you are really having a bad day, when you look at your tidy, nice bed that you made, there's a confidence, there's a proud that the pride goes to you and telling you that what, you're awesome, you can do that. If you can do this, you can do anything else as well. So what he's trying to highlight is that one small thing can make a huge difference. But again, I want to turn that back to the words I want to highlight today is the morning routine. Why? Because you start your day, it's like a refreshing new day. It's like a blank paper, white paper. It's up to you. How do you want to start drawing, painting on that paper? It's your choice. However, you started from a new day, new beginning. So that is why the morning, it's really important. Like, let me tell you a story of mine that I've been you guys know that I used to be fat a long time ago, and I started to lose weight, and I tried many different ways, and it always ended up being miserable because it was so hard. I didn't know why, and looking for so many different ways because there's so many people sharing different ideas, advices, and so you're probably having that as well. Especially nowadays, we have so many people who can give you advice. We can Google, we can do this and that. But back then, I didn't realize that there's something I did really significantly. That was, I decided to get up in the morning very early and decided to do some exercise. I didn't know how much impact that could make, but I just did it. And since then, I started to lose weight really dramatically, and it was really awesome. I felt energetic. It was hard when I was doing exercise. I was like, oh my gosh, but every time after I did it, I felt awesome. That's one thing. Now, another thing I realized, when I started to, I think it was probably 3 years ago, I do exercise every day. I try, like at least 4 times a week and things like that. It was always on and off, but I did it. I couldn't really do it every day. Sometimes, when you're feeling so tired, you didn't have time and so on. You got a lot of barriers coming on your way. But what happened to me was I think since I gave birth to Selena, I want to keep fit really well. I realized that, you have that tummy when you're getting older, it's soft. You don't like that. So I started to, digging out what's the reason why I can't keep going. It's a bit hard as well. Like I do it, right? I look good. People say, oh, you look great. But I know if I'm looking great, I didn't have 6 packs. I know. I don't have to get 6 packs, but it would be awesome if I can. So what happened was I think it's my husband. He said to me once, he said, I'm not going to do it at night. I'm going to do it in the morning, because once I've done, I don't need to think about it in the whole day. That word actually really woke me up. It's like, wow, that makes sense. Right, that's why. Because if I don't start my morning with hard things, and I don't start my morning to do all the important things I need to do, my day is going to fill with all the problems, everything, and I'll feel tired, overwhelmed, and I don't even have time to prioritize the priorities anymore. And that is why what I did was I started to change my routine, because I used to be doing exercise. I was too busy this morning. I can do it in the afternoon. I can do it in the evening. When kids go to bed, I can do it as well. It was miserable. It was hard. It was even harder. And I couldn't keep it up at all. But when I decided to change the routine to the morning routine, what happened was I started my day to do exercise, and I only start 5 minutes, 7 minutes workout at the beginning, and I start to increase it to 20, 30, and even more. And it's much easier when I put it in the morning. Let me explain you why. Explain to you why. My gosh, I couldn't speak properly. So basically, let's say I woke up at 5 or 5:30, my husband as well. I have like a few hours to do what is more important to build up my foundation of the day. Is my physical health, which is exercise I have to do, and the spiritual as well. I have to read, I have to learn, self-care, growth, do something that I really enjoy. I write my journal. That's something I really love to. How I wrote my book is because I keep writing a little bit every day, bit by bit. It's not like you can Roma is not built in one day, so it takes time. Good things take time, right? So I did that, and also because I had done exercise, and in the whole day I have been working, sitting in front of computer, I'm still quite fit because I've been doing workout. I look really good still, while I didn't really do much at all after, because I started my day strong. And also I got up in the morning. The first decision I make is, especially in the winter, it's so cold. if I had that thought within a few seconds, like I just mentioned about Mel Robbins, she has her, you know, the reason why she had that successful is that's true. I mean, within 5 seconds, you have to make decision. If you're going to keep going back to bed, let your laziness, let your brain control you, or you can control your brain. Say, hey, I'm the boss. I'm going to get up. I'm going to do what I need to do today. Don't tell me you're tired, whatever. And I did that when I got up. And when you conquer small thing, to be the boss of your brain, you become boss every time when there's a decision you want to make. And then the brain's telling you, oh, don't be scared, things like that. Once you practice more, your brain becomes like more obedient to your decision. I mean, the brain is still yours, by the way. I'm not saying you're crazy. But what I'm trying to say here is we always have that thoughts in our minds are fighting, say, oh yeah, you're good, you're bad, or you should do this, you shouldn't do this, and that kind of fighting. But you need to understand why you do it. So that's why when you want to build up the great habit, you need to understand why you're doing this, right? You are doing this for your health. You're doing this for your long-term goal. You want to dig more goals. You want to achieve more goals. You want to help more people, or you want to be, if you love your family, you want to be the person who will be always there when they need you, rather than, they have to take care of you, things like that. There's a lot of why you can picture in your mind, you can write in your mind. But remember, you have to start it from your morning. And the morning routine can completely change your life. If you want a successful life, you have to start to change your morning routines. And it might be hard at the beginning, but trust me, once you get started, once you step by step, baby steps, you'll get there, and you will feel so proud that you actually can achieve so much more. And your day is going to be coming back to the physical health as well. Sometimes when you go outside or you go somewhere, you cannot really control what you can eat, or the food that you can select is very limited. That's why I do my morning juice. I got celery, cucumber, green apple, and all these healthy, healthy elements, healthy in oh my gosh, I told you I can't speak this morning, ingredients, that you already got a very strong base and foundation of your health. So no matter the day is coming, like you don't have much other choice, at least your health, it's already in a great position because you are getting the nutrition that you need in the morning. And breakfast as well is very important. Start your day strong with a nice breakfast. Don't always skip it. And you know why? There are people who are so successful outside there that they keep accomplishing and achieving more things, but you can't. It's because you haven't being really serious about your morning routine. If you start to change your morning routine, your life will be changed. Okay, friends, all the best to you. And I'm here to encourage you, change your morning routine. And I can't wait to hear great stories that's happening in your life. Have a nice one. Bye.